guys, so we're back down here in the shop. It's been a little while since the last video when we got the race car tore down. Right now the race car's sitting there as a bare chassis, as you can see over there. I'm sure you guys have probably seen some videos that Dallas has been posting on Facebook, social media, from little clips and whatnot. You can see right here we got us a jig, or the old jig from where we had jigged the race car before. Went and got some 1/2-inch steel plate, lay down on the top of it. We got us a perfectly level surface here. Number one thing was just having a level surface. Number one, I was wanting a fabrication table. That way, if people call about the spring smashers or anything to that nature, I've got a good level surface to weld on. I've got it down fairly low, that way I can play with the TIG welder a little bit more. But obviously there's a bigger plan that's going to happen with all of this right here, and more details for that will come at a later date. Unless you're over on Patreon. If you're over on Patreon, you pretty much already know what's going on. So we're trying to get started, we're trying to get going here. Tonight we're going to be taking these the plates. I got to the plate's kind of cupped, so to say, where it got picked up in the middle, and it's bowed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build some little wings coming off of the I-beam here, like 10 inches. It's 10 inches on both sides, so I'm going to cut some 10-inch wings, weld them over or to the I-beam there to where it's nice and level out of some 2x3 turned sideways. That way the 3's distributing the load. And then I'm just going to go back and put some 45-degree angles, make a triangle essentially there from the bottom of that 2x3 down to the bottom of the I-beam or H-beam, to give it the support. That way it forces the metal to relax. We can weld it level. And then as far as the center, what I'm thinking I may have to do, I may have to plug, weld a hole or drill a hole in the center and get up underneath there to put some kind of a brace underneath the center to where I can clamp down and absorb that cup to where it's nice and flat and level. My intentions are to use the magnetic drill back there and have several holes drilled in it in various different locations. That way we can get some of those fixture clamps, like you see that comes with a lot of the welding tables and all. But main thing is right now is got to get the cup out of it. You can see right here how the level rocks. It's cupped side to side and it's cupped in the center a long way. So that's the first thing we got to do. That's the first number one concern. So we're going to work on that, try to get that done tonight and get this plate started to be welded on to the beams. That way it can be permanent. I've already got my self levelers there underneath it. You can see we done that the other night, and I think Dallas done a little bit of clips and reels and videos for other social medias and all. But like I said, if you want to know more about what's going on, head over to Patreon. They know a whole lot more than what we're going to post over here for the time being. I will tell you that you can pretty much guess what we're going to do. I'm not sitting here saying that I'm reinventing the wheel. I'm not sitting here saying that I've got a better idea than anybody. Just long story short, my plan is to show that you can still do this stuff in your backyard if you got a little bit of somewhat fabrication skill. Do your homework just a little bit, and I feel like you can still do this all in your backyard. So that's my long-term plan for this idea here. Like I said, I'll give you guys more details on that at a later date. But for now, head over to Patreon and get signed up over there if you want to know more inside scoops or inside details. And until then, we're going to work on this, and when we get to the point to where I feel like we're getting ready to get started, I'll pick you guys back up as far as all of that goes. But for tonight, it's just the fabrication table. Kick that this way. That board and everything.
Perfect.
Look at you.
Some good kicking skills.
Alright, hey guys, so it's Thursday. We were out here Tuesday getting everything, trying to get everything finished up as far as the jig goes. And now we're in the back of the shop trying to get some metal together to take to the scrap yard because we need to clean it up, but also just to help offset costs a little bit. So this is what we're working with. Got a trailer full that came off of their old house trailer. It's been now been torn now. Mosquitoes that are as big as my head out here. And then that is all sheet metal, so all old doors, fillers, quarters, decks, all kinds of old stuff. So we may get $10.
I'll do all this work to get 30 bucks.
Yeah.
To get 30 bucks.
It needs to be cleaned up anyway. So it's cleaned up, and then also, yeah. So anyway, we got some doors and quarters for sale if you guys want one. Local pickup. We got these. And then, did you leave those out over there, bud? You leave those out? Yeah. No, the black one was championship. That would have been 13. Those are? Okay.
Yeah, because they got these stickers on.
Okay, so those would have been 2014 championship doors. Yeah. All right, let's look over here and see what all we got. Brad had to get them out for me earlier because I'm scared of snakes. Okay, so these here are from 2023. That is from 2022. This is championship quarters. That is, I don't know what I'm pressing on my phone. Hold on. Okay. This is 2020. 2020. Pre-COVID. That is also championship. So that's going to be 2022. That is 2024. We only got one of the red ones left. The other one is spoken for. So, lots of doors and quarters for sale. 50 each. Way to help support your local racer and help get them out of our way. So, yeah, that. Yeah, if they don't sell, they're going to the scrap heaven. So, anyways, and then this right here, this one looks good. So this one is from 2012. Yeah, 2012 or 2013. One of those years. But anyway, this was what was on the side of the building or on the side of the shop. This one looks like garbage and looks so bad. So, yeah, look at all kinds of junk. All kinds of junk. So anyway, now we gotta tie all this stuff down.
I think just that black.
All right, guys. So we're back here in the shop. I know it's loud. Brad's welding in the background. But anyway, we're taking off some scrap, like I told you guys earlier. And Chris thought it would be a good idea to pour it all out and bag it all up. We bagged some and then we put some back in barrels. So that took us a minute. So now we're in here where Brad's at. Brad's been in here for a minute. He disappeared and we didn't know where he went. That was Chris's bright idea. And then he realized it wasn't so bright. You didn't dry them out very long. Alright, so the guys are back cutting the metal again. Show you that. Old dude in headphones is loud. Alright guys, so they got a little bit done tonight. Honestly, not a ton, but the stuff they've been doing has been tedious stuff, so...
got everything cut, that's the main.
Yeah, everything cut. He got these welded up on both sides, somewhat. It's not welded on underneath, I don't know if he's going to. He's got these just here. They're not welded yet. This is just gonna be some bracing for that piece of metal, because that piece of metal right there is a little over 1,000 pounds for just that. It cost about that too. No, it wasn't that much, but it was a chunk of money. But anyway, so that's what they've got done so far. Got to do the back ones. They got some round tube there. They were rolling it back on, and then they got some axle tubes, and that made it a little bit easier. You guys seen a little tidbit of that. More inside scoop, know a little bit more. Go over to Patreon, subscribe there. Until next time, we'll see you guys.